Okay, Derek here with EMoto-X. We're going to show you how to change your standard steel spring and put it in without scratching up one of our new titanium springs. We've got them in all kinds of awesome colors. Got the rainbow, the red, the purple. What else we got here? We got turquoise, black, gold, blue, burnt blue, polished silver. I think I'm going to go with the burnt blue on my bike. Yeah, maybe the rainbow multicolor, which I have a bunch of the bolts already. Got some of the stuff burnt blue, some regular blue. I think on this one, though, we're going to go with the burnt blue in there. That's going to look sick. Maybe the rainbow. Might have to go rainbow. Yep, going rainbow. So all of our titanium peg springs come in these sick little containers. Totally reusable for other things. You can put your nuts and bolts in there, or let your imagination run wild of what you might want to put in there. Comes with the EMoto-X sticker. Yeah, kind of cool. Alright, so there's plenty of other videos about how to change your pegs, period. So I'm not going to get into the details of removing it, but basically you take off the E-clip, which is in this groove here. The washer comes off with the E-clip. The pin then pushes out. Your spring then comes out. Alright, so my buddy Matt at Titanium Surron sent me this pin and E-clip set up to replace this one and this one. I went ahead and had this actually from doing some other titanium stuff, so I'm going to replace that washer with that, and then this spring with our EMoto-X rainbow multi-spring. Gonna look tight in there. Alright, so the main purpose of this video is to show you how to get this spring in without scratching the crap out of it. Yeah, most people use a 6mm Allen or something like that to push the spring into place right in between these two wings, or whatever you want to call them, on the peg. You use an Allen wrench on that and push on that with an Allen, you're going to scratch it up pretty good. Rather than using a 6mm Allen or screwdriver or something like that to push this spring in, I'm going to recommend using some rubber handled pliers or something like that, rubber coated, that'll fit in between here to push the spring into alignment, other than using something metal that'll scratch it all up. So owning a peg company, I've ended up probably changing out, hundreds of pegs, making sure they fit just right and on different people's bikes. And in doing that, I've found it pretty easy to put this stuff back together. Easy as long as everything is aligned. So what I always do is I just shove the peg in here, put the pin through a little bit. So put the pin through a little bit so that the tip of the pin is almost sticking through the other side of the blade here. So you got your 90-degree part of the spring goes against the peg itself, pushing here. And then this part, it's less of an angle, pushes against the peg bracket itself. So just take that guy, shove it in there, work the spring back and forth, rubber handled pliers for a little hammer action. Alright. Now that you've got the pin holding the peg in and the spring pretty much in the right spot, the next thing to do, I always like to do, is just lay on the ground and look up this way into the hole with the light. You'll see exactly what's going on, what you have to do to get this through the rest of the way. Alright, so I just moved all this stuff out of the way, was laying down here, looked up through the hole with a flashlight this way, was able to easily see the pin here and how it wasn't really aligned. Just made a little twist or adjustment here with the peg with my hand. This one here, just started tapping on it and it went right on through when everything was aligned, super easy. So I'll just continue to tap that on through with the rubber handles till that's flush. That looks super nice. Now for the washer and the E-clip on the other side. Pretty self-explanatory. You can either grab this and push it on with the plier into that groove, or I just like to get a screwdriver flathead and hold it with one hand and push it on with the other, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so there it is, all assembled. Looks pretty damn clean. Got the EMoto-X pegs with titanium grip pins, titanium Surron pin, EMoto-X peg spring, EMoto-X kickstand spring. So really the moral of the story here is do not use a metal Allen wrench or a metal screwdriver to push the spring in. You can see that I was able to push it in with my finger. I've been doing this a long time. Yeah, so I'm not sure you'll be able to do that. If not, just use something like this, something rubber coated that fits in there, and push it in here if you're not able to just use your pinky or one of your fingers. But that's it. Don't push it in with the screwdriver or Allen wrench. Be sure to check out our video on how to install your titanium kickstand spring without scratching the crap out of that too. I'll put a link in the description for that.